Thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
What's up, everyone? We are back for episode 519 of the Massenomics podcast, also known as episode 19 of season 2, also known as episode 3 or 4 of the Gym Radar podcast. I've already forgot that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of timelines here.
I might have to leave that one out now since I've already lost track of that one. My name is Tanner.
My name is Tommy.
We just wrapped up one heck of a fun pre-show. Pre-show is the show before the show. It's the greasiest show in all of podcasting. It is unrecorded. Oftentimes people say, I hear you guys talking about the pre-show. I thought that was fake for a long time, but now it sounds like it is real. The pre-show is real.
In fact, this week the pre-show was damn near 40 minutes long. It's kind of actually just like a second free show.
Yeah. Big Stefan says the pre-show just tucked me into bed. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what the pre-show will do. Yeah, the pre-show is real. You have to be a supporting member to listen to it, though. It is uncut. It is unrecorded. It is unedited. And it's live. We do it live. But now, enough of the pre-show. On to the show. And on to our newest sponsor of the podcast. We were literally just down the street from them, down the road, I guess, from EliteFTS.com. Our latest sponsor of the podcast. You can check them out. Dave hooked us up with the discount code. It's MASS10. That'll save you 10% off most things that you purchased at EliteFTS. They often have other sales going on. Like right now, you can spring forward and save 15% off their bands. You can get $40 off their new camber bar and several other items. And you can actually stack MASS10 on top of that in a lot of cases. So check everything out over at EliteFTS.com.
And this episode is also brought to you by DraftKings. I'm just kidding. No, we don't have a gambling sponsor yet. This episode is brought to you by BuildFast Formula. It's just what works. Level up your life with innovative, clinically dosed, and research-backed supplements. BuildFast Formula has been the go-to supplements for us for several years now. And we highly recommend the 80-20 protein. 80% casein, 20% whey. It is nature's protein blend. It comes in a variety of great flavors: vanilla ice cream cake, chocolate lava cake, cinnadoodle, peanut butter chocolate. All taste great, all mix great, and all have the perfect macros to get you bigger and recovering better. They also got pre-workout, their full blitz loaded pre-workout formula, Vaso Blitz, their dual nitric oxide support formula, and Blitz 3D that kind of mixes it all together in one crazy little mixture. If you buy anything from buildfastformula.com, you can use code Massenomics and save 10% on your next purchase. Build Fast Formula, code Massenomics. Thank you.
This week's episode, we are going to run down our most recent adventure. Before we do that, maybe you should tell us the Jumbotron story. And I just wrote that down,
I just forgot to send that to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, actually you got to send me that so we can put it on. We'll post it on the Massenomics Instagram too.
Yeah. Here. Let me find that damn thing really quick. Here it is. Okay, I'm sending it to you right now. Okay. It's funny you put this in here. I'm like, what did Tanner do on a Jumbotron? Okay, so I went to the Summit League basketball tournament. We're getting into postseason for Division I basketball here, and the Summit League, which is what SDSU and some of the smaller Division I regional schools, USD, yes, NDSU, UND, all those schools and some more are in the Summit League, and the tournament was in Sioux Falls here. And so right before we left for the Arnold, we went to the SDSU game that night or the night before, and I can't remember. You know, it's like any pro game. You know, they have fun things that they're doing while the game's going on. And during one of the like media timeouts or whatever it was, they had celebrity. It's like celebrity lookalike, you know, and they're just doing the thing where they're roasting people and putting dumb stuff on. And my wife goes right away, "Yep, I just know you're going to be on this." She's like, "There's no way they're not putting you on this." Because I had my hair down, so it was especially putting out a vibe, you could say.
Yeah.
And they're going through a few people, and she's like, "I know they're going to do it." She's like, "I'm just going to be recording. I know it's going to come up." And I'm like, "What are they going to do? What are they going to do?" And all of a sudden I see Kenny G go up on the screen. I'm like, "Yep, here it comes. I know it's coming." And it shows a picture of Kenny G. And my first thought was, I haven't looked at a picture of Kenny G in a very long time. And I'm like, he's just a guy with long hair. Like, I mean, it's curly, but it's dark. He has like black hair. I guess, we just both have long kind of curly hair. And the picture slides over, and there it's me right there. So I do kind of the head shake and all that. And some people were kind of laughing and clapping around. But then that was just before halftime. And when we left for halftime, throughout the concourse or whatever, the area out there, I mean, probably 30 people, "Kenny G, oh, that's awesome, man." Like, so everyone was very excited for it. So I had the little mini celebrity status going on in there.
Big Kyle guessed Blake, you know, and that would be a much better one.
It would. I think that kind of only applies to a very specific group in time. You know, it's like if you're 20 right now, I don't know, you probably don't know what Workaholics is. And also if you're 45, you might not know what Workaholics is either. You know, it's kind of our age when that show was out. So
I like Workaholics.
Yeah. You know, I
haven't seen it
it has been a long time since I've seen it too. But like, you know, when I was 22, 23, 24, whatever it was, I mean, any town I would go to, if we would go out at night, I would get the Blake thing 20 times a night. It was nonstop.
But do you really anymore? Because people
it's if I get that once or twice a year now, that is it. It's rare when I get that. Like, it actually kind of surprises me now when I do. So you can see in real time that's gone away.
That is funny though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Doesn't Finn call you Kenny G?
I think he has before. Yeah. I think so.
Well, I'm not.
He's got so many names for us, though. I can't
strictly refers to you as Kenny G. But like,
I think he has said it before. Yeah, I think he's also called those South Dakota sweat hogs, maybe too.
Once or twice. Okay. Speaking of Finn, leading into our trip. Mm-hmm. So it was the Arnold week. We made it home, and all we got to show for it is this lousy T-shirt, right?
That's right, man. What a trip.
What a trip.
Airlines, am I right?
Oh, pretty much called it every single time.
I was telling Tanner before we even left, I said, it's just to the point where I actually do not sleep the night before we leave on these trips because I'm running through just every scenario in my brain on repeat on how the airlines are not going to work out in our favor. And it's dumb because it's one of those things you can't really do anything about. But it's just like our schedules are so tight that anything even being off by a few hours does have major domino effects on the whole trip. And I just cannot sleep the night before these things. I can't stop thinking about it. And this one, we got up, we went to the airport, we got there.
It wasn't even as early a flight.
No, the flight didn't leave till like 6:45.
We were still there by 5 or 6 or
but like there's been times where we're at there where we get up at
we're up in 3:50. Like we get up before 4 a.m.
which just sucks.
And I get to your house at like 11 p.m.
Yeah, so we're like, actually,
should we take a nap before?
Oh, right. Yeah. So in those cases, we're like best case scenario getting a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one we actually had the opportunity to get some decent sleep, and we got on the airplane. It took off on time. It landed on time. They even said, we'll be pulling up to our gate shortly. And it's like, God,
I was even like, we're like early.
Everything's going great right now. Like this is amazing. Cause so we were flying into Chicago and then we're going to connect in Chicago and go to Detroit. Both like 1 hour flights. Just great for flying. Like it was perfect. And we touched down and I mean, we're still in the airplane and our phones beep and, your flights have been canceled due to weather. Not even.
I'm also like, weather?
Yeah.
Like it's cloudy.
Yeah. Because every time we travel, there's some type of catastrophic storm apparently. But so we're like, well, and the only option so the next available flight that you could even book, because it was canceled, you had to book a new flight. The next available flight was like 11 p.m. that night, which makes the whole point of going
afternoon.
Yeah, which makes the whole point of going to Detroit pointless, because no one can fill a gym tour.
It almost make it so we barely make it to the Arnold.
Yes, like that just wasn't going to happen. But once you get past, once you get to Chicago, everything is in driving distance. I don't know if people know this, but the East Coast, it's like everything is just hours apart. You're like, everything's right on top of itself there.
And if you're in Chicago, it's basically the East Coast as far as we're concerned.
As far as I'm concerned, the fact that Chicago to Detroit and Columbus is somewhat comparable to Aberdeen to Sioux Falls is just mind-blowing to me. We're talking major cities, and here we're also talking major cities in South Dakota, but they also happen to be about not a whole lot farther apart. But anyway, so we land and we're like, you know what? We're instantly checking how far is it from Detroit to Chicago. What was it? 4 hours ish?
5, maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
4
okay,
and a half to 5.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a little longer, but
it was like, we were like, wait, this isn't even a problem. And actually when we start doing the math, it's like, we can get there at like this. If we just go do this right away, we can kind of just go right away and get there.
Yeah. Actually nothing changes. We don't have a layover and we're not messing with the airport. Like, we can just skip all that. We'll actually just be right on time. This will be great. And like half the other airport had that same idea. So the rental car line took roughly 2.5 hours. And I think we also got the worst luck out of anyone in that rental car line, where it just...
Every step of the process, like we were just getting passed up by waves of people on both sides of us. Like literally when we're at the counter, when we're in the line, after we're past the counter down to where the cars are, all these people are coming at, and like
every person we got didn't know what was going on.
Here's where your car will be. We go out there and I'm like, it's not here.
Yep.
We talked to someone, they're like, oh yeah, they took that back here. And like, we stand there for 10, 15 minutes.
They're cleaning it. It's getting serviced. It's like, well, what does that mean? Are they changing the oil? Like what's going on here? And that was also after like, okay, put your card in the machine. It might take a few minutes. Well, it took like a half hour for them to actually find a car to charge us. So yeah, just the whole thing was such a cluster. Eventually we get out of there and we're like, well, you know what? We're only running we are running about an hour and a half behind schedule. Like, okay, but we're probably going to have to drop a gym tour. So we're kind of just doing the math. And then I'm like, damn it. The time change happens in Indiana. We go from Central to Eastern time zone.
We're losing another hour, which is already factored in your flight. It gives you local time of where you're landing. So
but when you're driving, you're not playing the time zone game. So we're like, well, now we're like almost 3 hours behind. So we definitely have to cut a gym tour out, and we also have to speed other ones up. And so it always sucks. We've only ever had to drop 2 gym tours ever.
Yep.
And it just sucks when you have to do it, because I know people look forward to it. We look forward to it. Like it's
right.
I'd like to see all the gyms. It's way more fun to go do all of them. But we would have been doing gym tours until 3 or 4 in the morning, which just isn't possible. So,
and we just had to geographically drop the one that made the least sense.
Well, and other people it's always a domino thing where, okay, you can drop this one, but then these 3 guys can't go, or you can, it's just a game of balancing everyone's schedules, because one person's schedule can ruin 2 other ones. It's tough. It sucks. And so, we had to drop one, which isn't fun, but that was what had to happen. But anyways, though, we got to Detroit after driving through just a little bit of rain, nothing too crazy. And, we got our first tour in, and, Iron Chaplain, Tanner, what a gym.
Yeah, that was I'm glad we didn't miss out on that one. That was quite the gym to tour.
It's so, with all these
supporting member, certified training facility.
Yep.
Checks all the boxes.
Of course there's videos, because that's the whole point of these, but, I think we can say it is the most items we've ever seen packed into a gym, right?
At least into a 1-stall garage gym, there was so much stuff in there.
He had a loaded gym, especially if you're into strongman. It was all there.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool video, I think.
Yeah, that is
a
good
fun one.
And he had some really cool, unique kind of one-off things that were...
He did have some really cool
that he
pieces
acquired over the years. Like there was some really cool stuff in there.
Also, he can tell a story too.
Oh yeah.
That could have been a 3-hour gym tour.
Matthew he was rocking it. Yeah. And we got to meet the whole family too. It was it was good. Yeah. And I'm excited for people to see that one.
Yeah, that'll be cool. We don't know the order that these are going to come out in exactly for sure. our Arnold, we looked at the equipment at the Arnold, and it was / almost like an Arnold vlog / we interviewed the handful of people at the Arnold. That video came out today as the day we're recording. So check out our Arnold.
Yeah. And
video.
maybe we'll talk about that more maybe when we get to the Arnold part. But
okay, when we get to the actual Arnold part, the specifics of what we did
but
there.
That,
but that
first
video is out there if you haven't seen it.
Yes, the first video of this is already out there. So
yeah,
we got that first tour done, and it's like, all right, like you know, we always do the thing where, okay, we've now been up and traveling for close to 12 hours at this point somehow. This is normally when most people are like, all right, travel day is done. For us, it's like, this is when the work is actually starting.
Right.
So, you know, we get the caffeine levels up before the first tour so you can start riding that high through the next couple hours. And we got done at Matthews. And the funniest part of this is we're going to Jungle Gym Reviews next. We leave Matthews. I mean, the road out of his development, we took it down like 4 miles, turned off 1 block, and we're at Jungle Gym Reviews. They almost couldn't be closer together.
Yep.
And yeah, Jungle Gym Reviews, man, it's always cool when you see the ones where, you know, because we watch his YouTube videos, we pay attention to what's going on. And whenever you see a video on YouTube or a gym on YouTube a bunch and then to see it in person, it's always kind of that weird effect with your brain of, oh, I've seen this place before, but I've never actually seen it.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And, you know, there, not only is the gym tour fun, but we also get to talk shop a little bit, don't we?
Yeah, we get to talk about the YouTube, you know, pick his brain on YouTube, their formula. Because also it was Big Michael, but then also what's...
oh, crap. Now I'm forgetting.
Now.
Was it... wasn't Zach, was it? I can't remember now.
But his... the guy that he...
helps film.
Yeah, and they worked together prior to Michael going full time at this stuff, and he helps him film and everything. And we were just talking about their process, and they were asking about ours and that sort of thing, and that's fun.
Yeah, and I always like, you know, as a reviewer, they have a lot of newer stuff and items that we don't typically see in a gym, just because
most people haven't even bought that stuff yet.
Right, it's just so new. You know, most of the time when we're going to someone's gym, it's because they've been working on it for several years. And a lot of times reviewers have stuff that is literally not out, like you actually can't buy it yet, or like it came out within the last month or two. So it's just, they have access to things that you don't typically see.
Some really goofy stuff too, actually.
Oh yeah, some stuff that's for a very specific clientele. Not that any of it's bad or anything. It's just like the use case is getting more and more narrow on a lot of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of remembering. So that tour is when we're touring reviewers gym, that is a different tour than just something that someone than Matthew's gym that he's carefully curated every.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the story of
well,
I got this because I was doing this competition, or I got this from, you know, I'd been looking for a set of these and I knew a guy that had a guy, you know, like there's always big stories. When you're a reviewer, it's like we know where the stuff comes from. The company sends it to you. It's just a whole different game.
Yeah. So the video is just a different vibe too. But what I would say is, I think we had a lot of fun in that video too. You know, there were several parts where I was having a good laugh over while we're recording it. Even some of the stuff in there, because it's kind of funny.
You can rag and be more critical of stuff that people haven't spent their
hard-earned money on. I know he's not in love with every one of those things necessarily. You know, it's there to do a review.
It's a more transactional thing, you know, with the way you are with the equipment. You know,
so if I thought something was kind of goofy, I wasn't. I'm like, what does someone even use this for? You know, like.
Yeah, so there was some funny discussions around several pieces of equipment there.
Yeah. So we finished up that one. It was maybe by 6 p.m.
Yeah, probably.
He sent us away. Him and his wife, they sent us away with some pizza, which is awesome because we didn't have a lot of spare time.
We threw it in the box and hit the road and got out of there.
Yeah. Ate pizza in the dark in the car. I mean, it was dark by the time we left.
Yeah, it was dark and super foggy. Remember, we couldn't tell if the lights were on in the car at first, and they were not.
I thought they were on, and they were not. We drove like 2 blocks down the road, and you're like, I don't think the lights are on. I'm like,
it can't be.
How can you even tell?
It can't be this foggy, can it?
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have to drive 10 miles an hour.
Also, I was going down the wrong side of a split road. Like, that's how foggy it was. Like, I could not tell that there was an other side of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very
It was just in a
unpopulated
residential area.
area.
It's just like a divided road residential area, but it was still pretty funny.
I'm like, whoops.
Yeah. I don't want to be doing this either.
Yeah. But then we did have, is it about a 2-hour drive?
I think
we had to.
Yeah, our second favorite place in Ohio, Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. Heck of a college town, Bowling Green.
If there's one place we love to stay, it's the Hampton Inn and the Bowling Green. Bowling Green. We've been there twice now.
It is kind of funny how often we end up checking into the same hotel that we've been at before. Anywhere in the country, like these random towns in whatever spot of the country. We're like, yeah, haven't we stayed here before? Like, both hotels we stayed on this trip, we had stayed at them before.
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right. And typically, even when we would drive to the Arnold, we had a specific goal in mind for what hotel we were getting to, and we typically stay at the one right next to the Texas Roadhouse.
We did without the full drive this year. We kind of missed out on the Texas Roadhouse. Didn't we?
I can make that sacrifice.
True.
Not doing that drive.
True. Fair point.
Then we went to the Bar Gym Reviews.
Yeah. Basement gym.
Yeah, basement gym. And that was
best
a sweet
couch
gym.
I've ever seen in a basement gym.
For sure. Don't even see a lot of those, but not only did we see one, it was a good one too.
I even took a nap on his couch.
Actually, I forgot about that. Yes. But yeah, another sweet tour. He had a really good rack set up, the functional trainer, a lot of nice rogue pieces and tons of room to work with. And that was just another nice tour to wrap up the day there.
And for anyone that doesn't know, that's Anthony. That he did a YouTube Gym Radar video. It was like a 20-minute video. Just a few days after Gym Radar coming out.
First person to do a video on it besides us.
Yeah. And so then we did stay in Bowling Green at that hotel.
And both times we've gone through Bowling Green, it is just swarming with college kids out on the streets, isn't it?
Seriously.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was like 70 degrees out, so it was really nice.
It was the nicest temperature Arnold we've been to in 10 years ever. Mm-hmm.
By a lot.
It's never been that nice before.
It was actually just warm out.
Yeah.
The other funny part was when we checked in the hotel, we got done, and you told the lady, you go, you know what? That was good. That was how long that should take. You did really good there. She goes,
that's what I was like, you just did a really good job. And she's like, oh, thanks. I try. I'm like, wasn't she like the best at that? And also she was polite, but didn't like force me to talk about stuff I don't want to.
Wasn't trying too long to make small talk at the expense of making the thing take 10 times as long.
She did it. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I don't know what you could have done better there. She
deserves a raise.
She asked the relevant questions
and
got it
promotion.
done fast. And that was it. Like it was
like she got it done in 25% of the time that an average.
That's what I was to say. It was less than 5 minutes when those can routinely take 10 minutes somehow.
Yes. And she even said like, yeah, I just try to get through it pretty quick. I'm like, when we walked away and I told you, I'm like, she needs to be like training. They need to hire her to train people how to do this job.
Yes. Mr. Hampton needs to hire her.
Yeah. Just like that's training. A record. We've never had someone do it that fast.
No, not even close. I mean, we're not like we're being goofy here, but we're not exaggerating. It's never been even close on time.
That's going from we walk in without even a reservation, and we're in our hotel room like 7 minutes after we walked in the door.
Mm-hmm. That's counting riding up an elevator too. She even asked us if we had a floor preference.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, is that a choice?
Yeah. We don't know.
And which would I prefer? I've never considered preferring a particular floor.
We, of course, didn't have an answer for that because we never been given the option before.
Any one that has 2 beds in it,
Yeah, so we got that done. Hit the road the next morning, because we had to head to Big Kyle's in Columbus.
Yeah, the
Kyle.
The Kev Cave.
The Kev Cave, sorry. Kevin, yes, Big Kevin's in Columbus. Yeah. And we met up with Kyle later that day, actually.
Right.
But yeah, Kevin's, man, awesome. Actually, first of all, we got to see his wife's masks that she makes. So cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So cool. But yeah, his gym, man, he had a really nice gym. And
Yeah.
it was the most inspired I felt on a piece of equipment in a long time. Actually seeing his dual dialed motion ibex setup. Oh, I'm like, this is the first time I've ever seen a gym with a functional trainer where I'm like, I want that. I've never thought that before, but and I know Hogan had one. It was the single one, and it was very nice. It didn't click quite as much with me as when you see the double and you're like, oh no, this is just straight up the functional trainer setup, and it's minimal. You basically don't even know it's there. Like, it's just, the whole thing makes so much sense. Like, he was giving me the demo and I was asking 1,000 questions on that. But
even when we were just recording the video before we even talked about it, I was like thinking, I'm like, this is exactly what Tommy needs.
Yeah.
Like, and I never even thought that you needed that before.
I never
but for
did.
some reason, I'm like, I don't know why it related to your gym to me so much, but I'm like, I don't know why Tommy wouldn't have this. Because
I thought the same thing. There's not too many times where we're going through a tour where I'm just like, I see a lot of things where I think is cool, but there's very few times where I'm like, I need this. And I saw them like, God, I feel like I need this right now.
Before we had even talked about it, I was like, I feel like Tommy needs this.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
yeah,
that's cool setup. And that was a fun video too. I think that'll be a fun one also. I say that about everyone, I guess. We never do one that I don't think's fun, and that's going to be good. So,
right. But yeah, Kevin did he had the whole Temple of Gains corner over there, and he did have a very nice and like really well thought out setup. Like, you can tell he spent a lot of time, picking everything and having the right piece. So I was impressed with his gym. It was really cool.
So we wrapped up at the Kev Cave and then went straight to Hubert's Polish Kitchen.
And speaking of that, I'm very thirsty right now.
Oh yeah,
let's talk.
What do you got over there?
I got
Still trying to work out the sodium levels from Hubert's Polish Kitchen.
I thought this was orange, but I have a Mandarin Polar. I don't even know if this will even taste good.
Isn't that kind of an orange?
Oh God, way different.
I've got a lemon lime Waterloo, and it's fantastic.
Those are tough to beat. God, I gotta say, I'm not sure if I've actually had Mandarin before. Pretty damn good.
I thought maybe you'd be speaking Mandarin after you set that down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay.
But we did, of course, get to go to Hubert's Polish Kitchen. Never been to the Arnold and not gone to Hubert's Polish Kitchen, right or wrong?
I think we've been there every time we've ever gone.
Yeah.
And the first time we ever went, I think we went there 3 times. I think we went there every day.
Tyler was big time on Hubert's Polish Kitchen.
I say this is the best lineup of food I ever got there. I think, sometimes it's
dialing in it every year.
You get too many of one thing or not enough of another. And I got done. I'm like, nope, that was the perfect amount of food. And all of it was the right choices too. It was all good.
I was also really happy with my order. Hubert's is not cheap when you go to go hard, but we don't go to Hubert's to save money.
Yeah, I don't think most people approach it with the idea of they're going to eat as much food as we are. It's hey, let's just get a little lunch meal where we're basically treating it like a buffet.
Big Mark, big butter crust. He had it. He said 1 kielbasa and 1 pierogi was a refreshing but satisfying lunch.
Yeah, and we did.
That'd be a pretty light lunch from Hubert's.
Yeah, because I did 2 pierogies, one of those Maloney things. I did the chicken breast, the beef stew, the potato pancake, and I feel like there was one other. I mean, it ends up being like $30-some a piece when we go. Yeah. And you did pretty similar.
I got the same thing basically. I don't know if I've ever gotten the potato pancake before this year, but it was good. Mm-hmm. Pierogies are a must. You can't not get at least 1 pierogi if you go to Hubert's.
Yeah, I say you got to do 2.
And I love the chicken cutlet. I don't know if the first few times I got the chicken cutlet, I could straight up just eat that every day.
See, I did this year the chicken breast or whatever because he sold me on it. He's like, "Oh, it's really good," and it was really good. I really liked it. He
was selling too hard. It scared me away from it. I'm like, my problem is I just know I love the traditional chicken cutlet, so I'm like, I can't not get that because if this goes wrong, I'm going to be so mad.
The whole trip is just ruined then.
It hinges on this chicken cutlet.
Yeah. Before we even did that though, we parked the car for way too much money, walked a little too far for the price that it was. But the interesting part is just walking up to the expo, we were stopped multiple times by people that we either did or didn't know that either wanted to talk about where our booth was or just talk about Massenomics or was catching up with old friends. And that was kind of crazy that what used to be this unknown place was now somewhere we can just show up halfway across the country and have people that know who we are before we even step foot in the door.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that we didn't even know and that weren't really supporting members necessarily even, but I guess we'll get to more of that too, but just an awesome reception of Massenomics, I felt like, at the Arnold this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then, there was several crew biggest crew meetup at Hubert's we've ever had.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right?
So by the time because I asked him, like, how much of a formal thing did you make this? And you're like, I just kind of said we're eating at noon. And, you have no idea who's going to show up. But I don't know. There's probably, was there 15 of us or so?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All were eating over the course of about
people have been filtering in and out. Isn't that Michael Scott?
Yes. Yeah. It's party.
Coming in and out.
And so we got done there, and then it was time to get to business.
Yeah, we got our media passes.
And people were hyping it up. They were telling us it was the biggest Arnold ever, craziest Arnold ever. We've been to a few Arnolds at this point, Tanner. I've definitely seen slower Arnolds, that's for sure. There's definitely been slower ones. I don't know. Like, to me, it rivaled like the big ones. Like, it felt like it was in the same ballpark. I don't know if it just felt like 1,000 times bigger or not. Like,
to me, 2019 was still bigger. Like, 2019 was wild to me where, like, even at this one, for as many people as there were, not often did I get that feeling where I'm like, I literally can't go any direction. And like the entire time in 2019, it felt like that.
Yeah,
like,
just like you couldn't.
I was literally like, if you want to get from this end to that end of the expo at any point in time during 8 hours, it will be just this thing where you just stand there. And
that's what we talk about is when one of us would say, okay, I have to go to the bathroom and be like, well, I'll see you in like 40 minutes once you somehow get through this crowd and get over there. But.
And Key said bigger than 23. Yeah, it was the biggest one post everything going on, post the 2020 cancellation.
Yes, I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
I actually think it's probably gotten bigger every year since then. It's grown a little bit every time, probably.
Yep. I remember the first one when we went back in 22. Remember
there was not very many.
We talked about how
there.
like you would look up and there was just actually not people walking on the aisles, and it's like, what are we paying this money for? Because they're not delivering on the traffic side of things.
Like, I actually specifically, my memories of that year are mostly just that our aisle being empty. Like there was just a few people like milling around. Like,
yeah.
But no, the traffic was up this year. I did notice even when we were out in the hallway before going in, I'm like, there is a ton of people out in this hallway, like the entry hallway. Mm-hmm. And it's the Arnold. There's always a ton of people at the Arnold. And Saturday afternoon is the busiest time.
That also is, yes, like Saturday from noon to 5 is the craziest time of the entire Arnold.
And Big Stefan said it around the Young LA booth was insane. And yes, that is the most, that Young LA booth is just wild what that even is.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm still not even sure what that is because it is just so big. I don't get where the line, if there is a line or what you do, there's a lot there.
Yeah. I heard, people that are somewhat in the know on things like speculating of how much money Young LA spent on that.
Yeah, and many millions.
It was multi-millions on that, which is wild.
It's crazy that ever pans out for how you
they apparently know what they're doing, I guess.
How you make that back ever, but yeah, they've done it twice now. Like you wouldn't think they're doing that by accident. It's pretty intentional at that point.
But yeah, that is a good place to avoid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
This was the first time, I think you said it at one point in time though, where it's not the first time that we've been older than a lot of people at the Arnold, but this was probably the first year that I'm like, no, we're definitely older than most of the people at the Arnold, is what it felt like all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was, I think I did tell you this was the first time looking around where I thought, God, these are actually like kids. There's actually just like straight up kids here at this point. And I actually think like high schoolers, there's a lot of just like high schoolers.
Yeah, a lot of the local kids always
or
come
maybe
around,
just people in their early 20s too. But because
that's what I think a lot of it is. you think they're in high school, but they're in their early 20s.
They probably are. And also, and it's probably because of the Young LA thing there, which Young LA pushes a very certain aesthetic where without them, it would be different. But I told you, I said, man, the spandex t-shirt has made a hard comeback in the last year or so here. Like that was I mean, you would always see a few guys wearing a spandex t-shirt because it's the Arnold, but you would not see that in public anywhere else. And I don't know if it's a Young LA thing or if it's some of their guys on their team that wear them, but yeah, there is dudes in their spandex tees out and about at the Arnold. And spandex tees and huge shirt. Yeah, it is that dynamic of super top on tight, super tight on top, super baggy on the bottom. Like it's just extreme opposites. And then, just their prints. It is sort of this goth look, sort of, but not. I mean, it's this goth Ed Hardy kind of mix almost.
Yeah.
And it's a very distinct look. And I feel like if you're over the age of 30 and you're wearing that, like it's even stranger. So maybe that's what makes the young people stand out so much, is they have such a distinct look right now, whereas in years past it would have been a little more subdued.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. We toured a few different booths for equipment. I think it was Bolt Fitness the first one we went to. We went to Bolt Fitness. I don't have a lot to remark on that. We saw a couple cool machines. I don't know who we were talking to. I don't think it's the
said his name. Oh yeah, as far as position though, I don't know if they really made that clear, but they had a lot of people there, a lot of people in their booth.
And it was hard to even any of the booths. There's so many people using the equipment.
It's hard to believe. I would never guess that people would be doing that to the extent that they are. But I mean, there was damn near people lined up to try out equipment.
It's like they're getting a lift in. They're here doing a set of 20.
I think they were.
They're not just toying with the machine. They're straight up lifting.
Yeah, they were like actually getting sweaty on the machines. They were. You're right though. That's absolutely what they were doing.
I'm like, you're still on that?
Yeah, just get
the hell out of here.
Second set of 15 I got to work through here. But they had a lot of machines. They had a lot of people in the booth. They had some interesting stuff, so I'm glad we stopped by there. And then shortly after that, was it Panada we went to next?
Yeah. Very cool experience at Panada, I felt like.
Because Panada's coming. I mean, we've had no interaction with Panada ever. The only, our extent of Panada is just Juji has it in their gym. That's all we know about them. Right. The fact that they're an Italian company. And we go up and it just, sometimes I think, God, do we just look like such idiots? And we're like, oh yeah, we want to record a thing at your booth. And it's just like me and you standing there. And they have to be like, God damn it. Like, who's bugging us? That's what sometimes I think it has to be the thought, because it's not Home Gym Con where people know that that's what's coming. It's not the expectation that you're going to have on camera interviews at the Arnold over your equipment. And so you say it to some guy and what does he kind of tell you? Oh yeah, just wait, hold on. And he goes into the back room. Comes out, he goes, here's the owner of the company. It's like, we weren't expecting that one.
Yeah.
And it was Eduardo. Yeah. And he was awesome. He was,
I think, the son of the guy that started Panada.
Oh, is that what the connection actually is?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was so excited. He was so just genuinely nice and friendly. And
it's my favorite gym or equipment booth tour at Arnold by far.
Yeah. He did amazing. And, yeah, you asked him some questions about a few different pieces. We got to talk about their chain drive pieces, and which is pretty unique as far as that goes. And
we talked about the custom seat, his upholstery.
Okay, yeah. So that is a very interesting point. So when we were with Juji, he said, yeah, like whoever makes their upholstery, it's like the same factory that does like the leather for Ferrari. That's what Juji told us. Right. And so you're ending the interview and you go, hey, that upholstery, like, is that from the Ferrari factory? And his Italian accent, at first, I did not pick it up at the time, but watching it back, he goes, and this is going to be awful. He's like, oh yeah, same fact, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Ferrari, like the most just Italian sounding. The Alfa Romeo in the Italian talk just got me though. Like, and then Prada, Gucci, we're very blessed. Yeah, all these Italian companies that use this leather vendor. And so that was really cool to hear it. Then he's Jim Radar, really great guys. The pitch at the end, which was awesome too.
Actually, I think you cut it out, didn't you? But doesn't he go like, what's the name of the site again?
He goes up to here. He's like, what's the name of the site? It's exactly what he said. You go, Jim Radar. He goes, Follow JimRadar.com. Really great guys, which was awesome. It's like, it's the whole cast.
He was
vibes.
really fun though.
He was. And then he goes,
was like having fun the entire time.
he was laughing. And then we get off the camera and he goes, oh, thanks so much, guys. I have a gift for you. And he gives us a Panada gift bag with Panada workout towels and t-shirts in them. Like,
I've been wearing that shirt all the time because I think it's fun. It's like, why do you have a Panada shirt?
and we were worried they were 3X, but they were like, oh, maybe it's some European
When
fit.
I joked,
and
I
they
go,
actually were.
it's Italian sizing.
and it
then,
is.
Like, have you, like, it's probably about the right size.
I haven't put
for
mine
you.
on yet. I still it's sitting in the bag. I gotta get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was actually really fun, that booth. And that one, there was for real people lined up taking turns on machines. Out there. It was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got done there. I think we tried to swing by the Rogue booth, but they had a thing going on, so couldn't go there. And then
tried a couple times.
tried a couple times. They were just busy with everything going on. And then Great Ape Grips, recent addition to Gym Radar, and got to meet them in person. Got a little demo.
I will admit I was a little apprehensive about putting my hand in one of the demonstration Great Apes bags at the Arnold.
Hey, if you're not sick yet, it just means you really boosted your immune system. Really built up that immunity. Hey, actually, on the flip side of that, I mean, have you ever felt this good on a Thursday after the Arnold as you do right now?
No, I think also I was so run down going into the Arnold. I think even with our run ragged Arnold schedules, I got more sleep. I got more sleep than I've been getting on average. So it I'm not lying. Like this week, I thought today at the gym, I'm like, man, I almost feel. And I was up till midnight last night packing orders, and today at the gym, I'm like, man, I almost feel good for the first time in a month. Where I'm like, I did doing like the rower to warm up, and I'm like, oh, I'm not just feeling like sick. I don't just perpetually feel sick all of a sudden. And I can't even say what my sickness was. I just always felt so run down. It was like you're always kind of sick. And today it was the first day in almost a month where I'm like, man, I feel good.
Things are really looking up for me right now.
I'm like, and by feel good, I'm like, I just don't feel sick. I don't feel physically ill from my lack of sleep.
Which sometimes that's all it takes. Just not being sick is all you need to feel good. You know. I will say when we got back, I was so tired. I sat down. We were outside. My kids were playing. And I sat in the chair, and all of a sudden I hear my boy go, "Daddy, why are your eyes closed?" And I realized, I am just falling asleep sitting here. I'm so
checking
tired.
them for pinholes, son.
I'm so tired right now. But
why are your eyes closed? Well, I got a story for you. It's called the Arnold.
I'm sitting outside. It's 3 p.m. It's bright daylight. Yeah, I don't know why they're closed either. We got done though. Oh yeah, Great Ape Grips, and then we made the rounds just interviewing people and some fun interviews like
that
the
was
old
fun.
Old Arnold style.
That's just like the old days.
It is.
It was like 2017.
Except it's even
all
better
again.
because now we know all the people. You know, it's not the weird icebreaker of, is this serious? Is this a joke? You know, and it's now people just know what the pace is.
You know what? Some inside baseball on that, just from my perspective. I could do a booth. I could do 20 hours of a gym tour, and like I'll never feel like anxiety.
What's the next thing I gotta say?
Yeah, I just always feel like I know. Like I'm not saying I'm so good. I'm just like I'm always comfortable.
There is a mix of the person, and also you always have the fallback of there's subject matter in front of you that you can always turn to.
Right. I feel comfortable in that element all the time. When we're doing a booth tour, I usually always also feel comfortable because we've also just done so much of that over the years. I just kind of know what we're doing there. It's harder. When I was thinking about this, I'm like, damn, the first time we ever started interviewing people like that, we did like 20 of those in a weekend. And it's just this cold thing where you catch someone where there's a million people around, drag them away from whatever they're doing and be like, we need 5 minutes to just interview you here. That's hard to do.
Remember before that, we'd be like, okay, okay, what are the interview questions? And we'd be like, as a group brainstorming, like, here's the things to try and talk about. Like, remember, but you don't have a note sheet. You just got to, once the camera starts rolling, you just got to remember those things, you know?
Right.
Which you actually, for the most part, typically did. And then, you know, then they would give you some jumping points for other things, but that's not easy to do.
The way we usually do that, we'll talk about that. We'll brainstorm. And we try to do this in advance before we're even there. We know the people we're going to talk to probably, but then like right before we do it every time, I'm like, okay, what was it? You know, what was that? You had a good idea, you know, like what was the things we're going to ask him? And I might even ask you a couple times because I like him just trying to keep that in my head, you know, keep that drilled in there. Because otherwise, and it's no big deal. We could just cut, and we know all the people we're interviewing at this point. But it just makes it different if you have to be like, sorry, I'm a dumbass. Can we just like cut this for a second and restart? You know, that doesn't work.
And also, like these interviews, the difference between those and the podcast is, it's the podcast. We can ramble and go on, and we can take all of our sweet time to get to the point. Where the point of these interviews is you're just trying to get the information in a couple minutes. So there's not really time to just ramble and go on. So you need to be pretty focused and on topic to get it done.
I do love, you know, the dynamic of, say, John Hack, for example. When the first years we would have been like, whoa, it's John Hack. We can't wait to interview him. And it's still but now it's just like, that's our friend. Right. And when he sees us coming, he's like, oh, great. He's like, there's my friends.
Because the first time we walked by the cage, it was totally packed. And I look up on the screen and John was lifting. And it's like, well, this is too busy. Like, we can't do anything right now. And then we were like, well, we better go by the cage one more time and see. And whatever we were doing, we were going by it and someone stopped us or talked to us. I can't even remember now. Or we're looking at something, and then all of a sudden we turn and look, and John's right next to us. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I saw you coming by." So, like, you know, he's like on the lookout for us. And
we interviewed John. That's great. Nick Camby, we found again and interviewed him. That's great. Two guys we need to tour their home gyms.
Yeah, and that was another change that we talked about. Was in the past it used to be we'd go to the Arnold and be like, "Oh yeah, we need to do a podcast with you sometime. You know, we need to get you on the podcast." And now it's, hey, we need to do a gym tour sometime. Like, and that has changed. And even people saying, hey, you need to come tour my gym, or when are you going to come to my area? And that never, like last year, that didn't even happen because we had just started doing home gym tours then, you know, as far as like actually planning trips out and doing it.
Right.
So now in a year, people know. People know, yep, we're the guys.
Yeah. And like the cool thing, I mean, this is cool. I love this. So if anyone ever sees us somewhere and is like, oh, I don't want to bother them, go ahead and bother us because it's awesome. And just like when we're just walking down a hallway and someone from across it just goes, oh, love the gym tours.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Now I'm like, oh, sweet. Thanks.
And we got that a bunch of times too. We'll be in the middle of something and just someone would be yelling, sweet gym tours. And like, they're talking to us, you know?
Yes. So that's cool. Anyone that ever thinks that they shouldn't do that, always do that. That's never not fun. Like that's never not a cool experience. Who else did we interview? Boogs, of course.
And that was one, you know, we hadn't seen him since Juji's. And it was funny, just showing how much I forgot of that. I'm like, God, do you think he remembers us very well? Tanner, you're like, we stayed in the same house for 3 days together. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot we stayed in the same house. Like, I'm just thinking like, well, we kind of lifted for like 2 days at Juji's. Which, I mean, obviously he would remember us. But when you're like, we literally stayed in the same house. Then it does. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just forgetting way too much here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun interviewing him. And he's like, man, I think we have it off camera. I didn't put in the video, but he goes,
that was the best part, though.
My people are your people. God. And, you know, he's just going, everyone that comes
the
up.
number of people that comes up wearing your shirts and that are cool guys and want to chat
and telling me about you guys. He's like, everyone's selling me on you guys.
He's like, and we talked. The takeaway was like, oh, we need to do that gym tour. Tour the Rats.
Yeah, that's what we said. We got a tour. He goes, yep. Let me know when. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like we actually haven't. I mean, there's been some, you know, Instagram talk here and there, but it's the first time we've talked with him since basically this time last year. And it was every interview with him is so funny though.
It is funny. It is. Nobody can go on ramble like it is. If you watch his YouTube videos, it is what he does.
I know.
Like it is, and he knows he does. You know, there's no way he doesn't know that he does that. And I think he really does that on purpose, even. But he does just do that though. He can just ramble on anything and just get going, and he could just go and go and go.
And to Boog's credit, there was multiple people in front of us. When you come up to talk to Boogs at his booth, you're there as long as you want to be. He does not make you go.
He even said that in the that's like one of the first things.
Like,
that
well, we were there.
Yep.
We thought there was a guy in front of us. We're like, oh, okay, well, this will be done. And then I watched. It was over 10 minutes, and he was still talking. It's like, well, this is never going to be done. So we just left. And I think you started. Yeah, I actually cut it out at the beginning of the interview. But you go, man, Boogs, when people show up here, you let them talk. And he goes, hey, people talk because they waited a long time for their turn, and they had to wait a long time because the people that are here talk a long time. So when you get up here, you get to talk as much as you want. And that's the truth. He lets people talk as much as they want.
Yeah. He's like, what's the pencil neck status? He's like, well,
at this booth here?
Yeah. That was fun. You watched the video. I don't need to retell the whole thing. But
then when he ends it with the, you think you're tired, but if a guy came in here, went toe to toe with you, started a little tussle,
I was halfway waiting for him to like push me around.
I know,
a little, like
you'd
like,
be wide awake, and all of a sudden you say, "Well, am I actually tired? Is it the body or is it the mind?"
I think I was about a split second away from getting body checked.
That's
by
what I thought for
Boogs
sure. He's going to start like pummeling with you.
If I should have done it just to ham into the video a little bit, because he would have loved it too, but also didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, that's a very.
For anyone that doesn't know, Boogs is actually enormous.
He is, and also very athletic too. I actually had to go back today, and have you ever just watched some of his WWE intros when he's playing guitar and stuff?
A little bit from like when we went last to Juju's.
I had to watch it again
much.
now that I actually know who he is and have spent some time around him. Like, God, this is actual insanity. It's even him cranked up even higher. It's like, why is this guy on a microphone in front of an entire stadium just screaming and going nuts while he's playing the guitar? It's so ridiculous. Yeah, it's really funny.
Should we pause for a... I mean, is it fair to do a supporting?
Yeah. I didn't realize what the time was here.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so supporting our supporting members, it's a relatively new segment of the podcast. It's just the 19th time that we've done that here in season 2 of the show. So still relatively new, at least as far as season 2 is concerned. Segment where we give back to those that support us. First of all, a lot of people joining up to become supporting members lately. We greatly appreciate all the new supporting members and the old ones both. If you become a supporting member, there's a lot of perks out there. You can listen to the pre-show. You can listen to the live recording, which we have several people doing right now. Tommy, what are some of the things you get if you become a supporting member? I mean, they're too numerous to even cover all of them, but
yeah, I mean,
I guess
the inside scoop on Massenomics crew meetups.
Yeah, that's true.
Crew
meetup, which
can't
we're
have
going to
all
talk
the fun
to
at the Arnold like we're about to get to if you're not in the crew.
Yep. That's going to be the next thing we talk about is our crew meetup. You get to be part of these live meet and greets. And I don't mean like meet us. I mean, meet all of the crew that are also there. Also our mailers. We do a couple mailers a year typically that are free besides your supporting membership, that we send you out surprises. And we've got one of those coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
The line in the sand isn't here today, but it will be happening sooner rather than later. We're not that far off from it. We've talked about this spring time frame. So we're getting there. We're getting close. It will not be very long until we get those orders in place. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a funny one. And the other part of that, if you are an existing supporting member and your address has changed since you joined, or if specifically if your address has changed since the last time we did a mailer, make sure to give us your updated address so we can get that corrected, because that mailer will be coming about very soon. But this week's supporting our supporting members, Big Paul and Big Bryce, the perfect little sweetie himself, and Big Anastasia all did the powerlifting meet that's off-site in Columbus during the Arnold. They did that, all three of them together, and they all had awesome meets. Paul hit a deadlift PR. Bryce totaled over 2,000 pounds for the first time ever, so that's a huge achievement there.
Yeah.
Like 2,027 7 pounds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He totaled. Crazy. And Big Anastasia, I think pretty much every lift she did was a new junior world record, actually. So she set all kinds of world records.
Yeah.
Congrats to all of them. Big Jordan did the Arnold Strongman Pro-Am, and he had a very strong performance. I don't know his specific lifts, but he did compete, and he was strong. So perfect candidate for strongman competition. Big Tyler Thompson, who we got to hang out with for a little bit on Saturday in between events, I believe, there by the amateur strongman area. He got 22nd out of his group, and that included an 825 axle deadlift PR and a 230-pound circus dumbbell.
Damn.
Big Monty competed in the Ole lifting on Sunday. He came out to the event with us and then had to go to bed so he could compete the next day. He got a 135 kilogram snatch and a 177 kilogram clean and jerk at USAW. Oh, he qualified for USAW Nats in June.
Hell yeah.
But he's also powerlifting in Western Northeast and South Dakota in July. So he's going to do a 2 for that summer.
Get you somebody who can do both.
Yeah. Big Nate's big buddy, Big Tom, competed in the BJJ tournament. What did he call it? Pajama wrestling at the Arnold on Sunday, and he went 4 for 1.
Nice.
4 wins, 1 loss. Nice. Big Kurt with a C competed in the Arnold Arm Lifting Championship, I believe, on Friday, and he got a double overhand axle PR.
And he got to be on the main stage, too. That was cool.
Yeah, he was on the main stage. Very cool. That's super cool. You will never forget that, guaranteed. Big Eddie was at the Wolf Den with Big Chris one day, and then he was at Waffle Iron Gym the next day.
Yeah.
That guy gets around like a record.
Making the rounds.
Yeah. Big Jake the Snake hosted the MWC Classic 4 powerlifting meet in Brookings, South Dakota at the SDSU campus. There was 130 competitors. Big Matthew, Big Garrett, Big Sydney, Big Jory, Big Zach, all crew members, all judges for the event. Big Mo and Big Zach both competed, the father-son tandem. Zach hit 440 squat, 230 bench, 450 deadlift. Mo hit 430, 288, 425. So
nice.
Mo did still best him in the bench press. So you just hang on to that for while you still can, Big Mo. Big Baller, the dad and his 3 children all competed together at USAPL Arizona State Championships, and combined they hit 11 meet PRs.
Nice.
It's a lot of PRs.
It is.
Big Sam Bob ran the Tameside 5K in a time of 24 minutes and 45 seconds. And this week's guest on Unpaid and Underrated was Big Steven from Boston, the crane operator himself. He was also who was talking to Boogs before we did.
Oh, yeah. That's
like,
right. Yeah.
Steve put in a good word for us.
When we actually talked to Boogs, there's Massenomics supporters already talking to him, and there's Massenomics supporters waiting in line to talk to him.
Yes.
Just getting sandwiched.
So that's our supporting members. Should we do a certified training facility of the week?
Yes, we should.
Oh, I think we should. I had an idea on this one, actually.
Okay.
I think we should actually go back to Detroit.
Oh,
and we'll hit up.
Good call.
I guess the one that we had to cut the most suddenly was B's Barbell.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we do B's Barbell? And are we going to do our radar report this week too?
Oh,
or not?
we could whip something together probably last second here.
Okay.
I mean,
are we doing the?
It's a new segment. We got to be doing the new segment.
Well, I've got something for when we're doing that segment, but is this that segment right now? Or
no,
not?
This is the certified training facility of the week.
Okay. Certified training facility of the week.
Man, do we have like way more pins in Detroit since last week already even?
It's possible.
I'm looking. There's a lot there, it feels like.
They don't call it the Motor City for no reason.
No, they do not. I think that's why they call it the Motor City, because of all the certified training facilities.
I do think there's an effect
when
we
go
do
to an
around
area.
a gym tour somewhere, a whole bunch of other oones pop up.
Mm-hmm. I think that's called the Mandela effect, I believe.
That's exactly what that is. That's the Mandela effect. It's how Howie Mandela on Deal or No Deal.
Let's make a deal with Howie Mandela and his effect.
All right, so you tracking B's barbell?
I got it right here.
Big Wally. The last one we had to cut on the trip, so we're going to make it our certified training facility of the week. I'm actually going to give him that certified training facility of the week designation right now because it is a extra 50 bonus points on Gym Radar. All right, let's take a tour.
And we're also, right now the plan is certified training facility of the week will be featured on the Gym Radar Instagram page that week as well too.
Yes.
So get a little additional exposure there.
Yeah, we did I did this last week's one on there, so we'll get this one spooled up next.
All right, so we're at B's Barbell in Michigan in the greater Detroit area. Right here, according to this sign, it was established in 2014, Tanner. Did you know that? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, looking at the gym. So we have a garage gym. The walls are painted lime green. I don't know if we've ever seen a gym with such bright walls in it, have we?
No.
So that catches your attention right away.
Green PR.
He's got horse stall mats, diamond plate horse stall mats on the entire garage floor. This looks like a 2-stall garage, doesn't it?
I would say so. It's about 350 square feet, I think.
Yeah, there you go. That's the number I was looking for. Okay, I'm seeing a couple things here right away. So from the back corner, if we start in the foreground, we have a Rogue Echo bike. So you know he's taking cardio seriously if you got one of those.
Yep.
I see, looks like, is that a Leonardo Ninja Turtle cutout in the left corner there?
What?
See that?
Oh, definitely Leonardo, right?
What's he doing there?
Yeah.
So we got that. That's on the dumbbell rack. There are some Hex dumbbells, but then there's also some power block there, it looks like, isn't there?
Yeah, he's got the power blocks on the column stand. He's got the Pro 50 power blocks.
Okay. And then I can see there's a GHD. There is a curl bar loaded, ready to go on the floor there. We got some kids' bikes, which those things will just eat up space in your gym like you would not believe. There's even we're going to
talking with someone this weekend about strollers.
Oh, yeah, you were, yes.
That's the Body Solid GHD that he's got there, too.
Nice. Okay. We'll get to the rack in a second here. There's also a full computer workstation in this garage. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
With 2 monitors and a TV above it. So I don't know if he works in the garage.
Maybe that's just for his programming. He does some really intense programming.
Just really wants to make sure his program is running at top tier there. Okay, but then look,
more Ninja Turtles too.
Oh yeah, there are more
there
from the different angles. Yeah. Okay, I'm checking. I jumped ahead a little bit here just so we can check out the rack because we kind of got. Oh, there's a rower too. Actually, it's got the I'm assuming it's a Concept 2 rower, or is it not?
I don't know that for sure.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's just the rower platform, like Jake had, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. He's got bars on the wall, a few different bar options: EliteFTS, SS yoke bar, football bar, hex bar, some belts, big old speaker. But then looking at the rack, actually, okay, there's a couple things going on here.
Titan T3 series power rack.
Okay, the T3, and then is that a rep AB like 4100 or something? I forget what that style that is with the wider bottom.
For his bench, it doesn't have that listed. So
okay,
I'm not completely sure.
Okay, so there's a bench there, but the rack is loaded with plates. He's got a ton of plates there, and he's got some company's mono arms. I can't tell from this angle.
Titans.
Okay, Titan mono arms. He's got a Titan log stuffed in the corner over there too.
Yep. Drink spotters on the rack.
Yep, plenty of those. Yeah, nice rack setup. And then right next to it is the lat pull down machine. Does it say who that's from, Tanner?
I don't know. It looks like almost like a Body Solid.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. And he's got a few different attachments on there. It has the it looks like it has the low row option on that thing as well.
Yeah. Good gym.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get strong in B's barbell though?
Oh, hell yeah.
Getting hella strong in B's barbell. Even though we couldn't tour it in person, we at least got to do a virtual tour.
And with Gym Radar, it almost makes it feel like you're there.
Yep. Okay, Bees Barbell. Thank you, Bees Barbell. Should I do an ad while you boot off what's left of our live listeners?
Yes, and then are we going to get to the radar report?
Yeah, and then I think it's radar report.
Okay.
Time.
They're going away now.
Okay. Move with purpose at barefoot.store. Use discount code Massenomics. Save you 10% on any pair of shoes that you purchase from. Their shoes are known for their wide toe box, zero drop platform, and flexible construction that's designed to support natural movement and stronger feet. So true. I saw people, the likes of Trey Mitchell, wearing these at the Arnold. That we got to talk to Trey. Actually, we should have interviewed Trey, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Too busy just chatting with him.
We were.
We didn't. The thought never even crossed my mind. Have we put our stuff away by then, or? I don't think we even had. I just never even thought
I think
about
we
it.
had it all out. I think we see Trey and it's like, oh, old buddy. We don't even.
Yeah.
The thought of an interview doesn't even cross our mind.
No, he was wearing his barefoot shoes though, and he rode those all the way to a 4th place finish at the Arnold this year. You too could get 4th place in the professional strongman Arnold by wearing barefoot shoes from barefoot.store.
You too can achieve all of that.
Yep.
With one simple shoe purchase. Oh, crap. I should probably read an ad here too. This episode is also brought to you by The Strength Co. The Strength Co. They're American-made Olympic iron plates. They're the go-to plates of Massenomics Gym, of Tommy's home gym, and they could be the go-to plates of your gym too if you get a pair for yourself. They're black. They're E-coated. They're made in America. They're made to last a lifetime. They're made to look great in your gym. And did I mention they're also slim yet easy to grip? Just a few. Those are just a few of my favorite things about these plates. They're that good. They are the real deal. I highly recommend them to anyone looking to upgrade their plate game. Whenever you get these things, the one thing everyone has in common is they go, wow, these are even nicer than I thought. If you want to get a pair for yourself, head on over to thestrength.co and either use Gym Radar or go on the Massenomics website and click our affiliate link because we do get a little commission, a little affiliate bonus for sending people grants ways. So
A little something.
so make sure you're hitting that link through to complete that purchase. Thestrength.co. Thank you.
You ready for something here?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Red alert.
Oh, okay. All right. Multiple things going on there.
Yeah. Should we hear that one more time
Yeah.
since this is the first time?
Yes.
There's a pause for dramatic effect in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Red alert.
That's the new intro for Radar Report.
Good. I like that. That's good. Little golden
that little
earring
thing
mixed
together
with by
about 30 seconds
Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Pieced that little ditty about 30 seconds before we jumped on the call today.
Very nice. Well done.
In a perfect world, I would have cut down that gap in between the two a little bit, but
Well, this ain't a perfect world now, is it? Reminds you of the
now
real world.
forever, because I'm never going to adjust that. That will be
That's what we
exactly
got.
how that goes.
People are like,
Yeah.
God, is that on purpose? Is he hitting two different buttons? We don't know. But there is
There
a
will
pause.
always be that full second and a half pause
There is
before
a
the
pause for some
Radar
reason.
love. All right. Radar Report. Jim Radar. We still doing this thing?
Yes.
Jim Radar, is that still a thing?
Are we happy to report? Have we reached our third week of? Are we 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in? Is it 2 weeks?
I don't know.
The hell did we launch this?
Are we
Damn.
just over 2 weeks? Are we like 16 days?
That's probably right. Yeah, because we launched on like the 24th. So 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah, about 15, 16 days.
Okay. We're 15 or 16 days into the full launch of GymRadar.com. And what do we think? What have you noticed anything going on in Gym Radar as of late?
I mean, as of late, you want to tell you it just happened now or 4 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago or 9? I mean, there's just stuff happening all the time.
I've got a couple numbers
Okay.
for the radar report here.
Hit me with them numbers.
First of all, our equipment database, which is just going through the freaking moon right now. We're at, I'm just going to just slightly, 5,500 pieces of equipment in the database.
Oh, baby.
And we did even just today look into this a little bit. I found someone out there that kind of has a database on equipment. I'm like, oh, theirs could actually have more than us until we look into it.
We performed an audit. And let's just say it didn't hold up under the audit.
No, on the surface, it looked like maybe they have 1,000 more pieces of equipment. And this is not a website that does the things that we do, but there is a database of sorts. And looking into it, yeah, their numbers of actual equipment are half of what we have at this point.
We'll say the pieces you care about.
Yes.
Those numbers
So
are
this
much
is
lower.
the largest equipment compiled database on the internet for gym equipment. So that's one stat, 5,500. I see that tracking up to 6,000 in not that long.
Could be within a week or so here.
Our backlog of equipment request additions that are sitting out there is actually the smallest it's been in several days right now, though.
Let's say things were looking a little scary for a while there.
Yes.
Wondering if the end would ever be in sight. And I still don't think the end will ever be in sight, but it is at least manageable now.
Getting to a more manageable number to hopefully keep it around. And also, I do like it if our turnaround is just not as
Weeks
long.
on
Just
end.
because when people request it, it's just, I understand it's enjoyable for them once it gets added. And if that takes like over a week, not the end of the world. I don't think anyone's going to be overly upset about it, but it's just more fun if it is added more quickly. So that's our goal. But especially around launch time, it really got wild for a while there. So we have kind of managed that down pretty decently now, though.
Yep.
Other stat that this is closing in on, a really big milestone actually already is the total reviews on the site. We're now over 9,500 reviews on the site. So we are closing in on that 10,000 review number that we'll get to in not too long. And that's really cool.
Should be there very soon.
Yeah, that we're going to be over 10,000 equipment reviews on the site already.
I mean, I can tell you that
just over 2 weeks.
I would have never guessed. I'm not sure I would have ever thought 10,000 reviews would have ever happened, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That number is huge.
So those are cool numbers, right?
Those are very cool numbers.
The other number that I would shout out to mention is that we still have probably 200 people, I'd say roughly 200 gyms that are certified, that were certified via the old map that have not got onto Gym Radar yet. So you're already a certified training facility. You get all the premium features. You need to pay nothing else at all. The entire thing's free for everyone if you don't know, but when you're a certified training facility, you do get a couple bonus perks. And there's about 200 of you out there that we need to get you on the site because you're already a certified training facility and already get all of those bonus perks. We just got to get you on here. So come get signed up. Even if you weren't a certified training facility in the past, you can consider becoming one. Even if you don't want to become one and you have a home gym, we want you to get on there and add your gym. The more gyms that are on the site, the cooler the site is, the more useful the site is, the more useful the data becomes and the reviews become and the most popular equipment becomes for anyone that uses it. So that way, the next time you go to buy any piece of equipment, you can come to Gym Radar and check that stuff out and compare it and see what other people are saying about it. And the more people we get on there, the better that is for everyone. And more people are coming to the site every single day. So
yes,
it is tracking up. Is that the radar report?
Yeah, I'm just stuck looking at the site again. You start looking and you just can't stop.
Are you looking at the feed?
No, I'm actually looking at the most owned list because I hadn't checked that for a few days, and no major shakeups, but some of the numbers behind something like the Texas Deadlift Bar. There's 83 gyms that have the Texas Deadlift Bar. And there's like 80 gyms that have the rep-ins. Pretty crazy.
It's wild stuff going on at Gym Radar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the Arnold.
Yes. So we got we got done talking to Boogs, and then I think that was when we were kind of over by the strongman where Tyler Thompson was in our little corner over there. Got to see Nate. face to face.
Nate read a little Gym Radar ad even
Yes,
for the video.
Yes, he did.
Got to see him face to face since the first time the Gym Radar's been live.
First time seeing him face. Oh, I guess actually
Since we actually started the Gym Radar project.
He came to the Lift Hard Live Easy. I forgot about that. I was going to say it's the first time we've seen him in a couple of years, but fun to talk about. Remember when we just built that freaking website from nothing in a few months?
Like, no, what happened? I forgot about that.
Do you remember any of that?
A bit of a blur.
But we got done there. Well, then we talked to those guys, and I think we just left then, didn't we?
Yep, we headed back to our hotel room to ditch our car and to get ready for the big crew meetup event at the Eagle. We were at the Eagle last year. Maybe we had 20, 30 people. It was kind of an informal one. No, Big Paul did get a reservation for us. It was just a big reservation scenario last year. This year that ballooned to, I don't know how many people ended up coming to the Eagle. I think there was about 55 that RSVP'd. I know there were some people there that never did RSVP and some that didn't make it. So I would guess we were 50 to 60 people that showed up to the Eagle, all supporting members. And we had the upstairs rented out.
Oh, and that was perfect.
I was worried about running out of food. We had extra food, and my God, is the food good at the Eagle.
There was multiple times where I kept going back because I'm like, God, there's just this amazing chicken here, and it's not gone. And I feel like it is my duty to make sure that this goes away. But I was so full from all the food and drinking that I just couldn't put any more down after a while, after a few trips of that.
The Eagles chicken is my favorite. I said it already by last year's, but it is my favorite chicken to eat that I've ever had. It's like a 10 out of 10 to me.
Yeah, I don't know what fried chicken I've ever had that's better than that.
Yeah, it's great. So we had the whole upstairs rented out. Met a ton of new crew members, like people that I've never met before.
Man.
I mean, probably like 20 or more that I've never met in person. So that's totally cool. It was hard for me to remember all the names. I always try to do a good job of that. But there's just a lot of new names all at once.
I know there's a lot of new names. A lot of times it's a lot of the same names too, and you just start getting mixed around. But God, yeah, there's just so many people. You always feel like, okay, we kind of got the circle of who does these things pinned down. And then you do something like this, and you're like, nope. There's just always more people out there that we.
Well, there was people even that when we'd been in there for a while, and I see him up there, and I'm like, oh, this person must have just walked it, just as like saw it looked fun and came in here, and then I get talking, I'm like, nope, they're a supporting member too. I just literally have never met him before, but I try to. We both do it. We try to do our rounds and just get to talk to as many people as possible. But like this, there's so many people, and
we were joking about it.
Conversations with people.
You do.
It's hard to.
That's what we were joking about. We're like, well, even if there's 50 people, okay, we're there for like 4 hours. That means if I talk to each person for 4 minutes, that's all I have. You're like, well, yeah, you're not going to do that though. You're going to talk to some people for 20 minutes and some people for a few seconds. And yeah, I mean, that's the only downside is we could literally start this at 8 a.m. and do it the entire day and still not talk to everyone long enough because you just get.
I also, from not just a few people, but like most of the people there, I think the consensus was I could even not go to the expo. The fun part was the Eagle.
I know.
By far.
Yeah.
And actually there were several people that didn't even go to the Arnold. They just came for
and they came to Columbus. Just it's not even like they were locals and they just showed up to like there was a lot of people that came from out of state just to go to the Eagle.
And it was fun.
Mm-hmm. It was a very good time. We
did have a good time. The food was great. That place is cool. It's a fun vibe.
And it works so good that you have the upstairs where we can just wander. Like last year was fun, but all we had was our little room, so we just had to sit at our table. Where here you can get up and wander as much as you want. You can go grab.
It was fairly full. Like we could add some more people there, but like the place was not empty.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It was a lot of fun. Like that's probably those things are the funnest part about Massenomics.
Oh, 100%. Like it's one thing to go and just like shoot videos at the Arnold, which is cool. But I was like all day just looking forward to that. And like we got back to the hotel room, like, oh, I am ready to crush some food and crush some beers tonight. Like this is gonna be a good time.
I don't know that this doesn't have to be a comparison, But just for the sake of comparison, a lot of companies, brands, stuff like that out there, they talk about and put a show on about being a like community focus, like this. That's a buzzword, and that's the shit that people say. Massenomics actually is about it.
We're living it, man. We're living it.
Yeah, I'd like dare someone to outdo us in that aspect. And I mean, we do it because it's what we like to do, and because it's fun and it's awesome, and it's what everyone else likes, I believe, too. But that is so fun, and that is so like we have that down now. I feel like the formula is down, and
word's getting out
because everyone else has bought in on it to do it too.
It is word's getting out. People know that that's the vibe. Like they're having a great time.
And I'm very proud of that, though, that we get to go do that, like at the Arnold.
I know
that makes the Arnold just way.
It does.
It makes it way better.
It's just so much fun, and for people that are, if you need to be sold on anything here. If you were one of the people that went to that and that was like your first outing of any of this, if you just need to know what the bigger picture is, if you want more of that, Crew Falls is 2 straight days of that. If you want even more of it,
at your house, and
if you want even more of it, the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic is like 4 straight days of that, like 16-hour days of that for 4 straight days,
and with like double that many crew members, even
close to maybe even triple that many. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so that's that one was really fun. But I mean, we have if that's what you're into, man, we have multiple events throughout the year that are even bigger and more extravagant than that. Even
it is also wild too. When I meet someone brand new for the first time, there, like I am trying to remember their names and stuff, but it's also crazy how many Massenomics supporting members now that I just do know as personal friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is my limit though of like number of people I can't actually remember?
I'm gonna get in my little peanut brain. I'm gonna cram into there.
But there's so many people that's like, oh yeah, we're all old buddies.
I know.
All 80 of us that we've, just all like cross paths. And I'm saying 80 like at the Arnold, really hundreds in general, but
yeah, it's hard to kind of comprehend or to even explain to people until you've just done it.
Yeah, it's really there. We had some definite. There was at least 3 people that came and signed up to be supporting members that weekend and got in on it. That was their first thing, and got feedback from every one of them, and they're like, "Yep, this is fun. This is cool." We did have our Hall of Fame ceremony, which I didn't mention this in supporting our supporting members because I figured we'd talk about it now, but we did welcome Big Kurt to the Cup level Hall of Fame because he celebrated his 12th achievement already. Feels like just yesterday. Man. Kurt was at Crew Falls.
I remember when he showed up to Crew Falls in 2024. It was like, who is this guy? No one knows who this guy is. Like, I don't even know if anyone had actually even known he was in Discord hardly even.
He didn't know anybody there. No,
he just seriously just showed up.
Yep.
And it's just Kurt from Philly. And now I'm like, I see that guy. I feel like I see that guy every few months now.
Right. And it's like, we all know him. Everyone all like, he's just that's what I'm saying. Like, well, that's just our buddy now. Like we could run into him anywhere, or, like if I was going to feel like you'd look him up and be like, "Hey, Kurt, we're coming." Like, you around? And he's an example of what many people are like in that way. So he got his cup level. I did forget the cup, so he had to get a ceremonial cup. I'm going to mail him his actual Hall of Fame cup, of course. And then he was the 57th person to receive his Hall of Fame cup. 12 off of the 69. I can't wait to see who. There's going to be this thing that happens when we get close.
Who's going to get
people are like holding out of completing their final achievement.
There's going to be like people, arguing about what did it really happen at the right time for that person.
Right. We're getting close to that number though. And then we did welcome our 14th and 15th Hall of Fame jacket members. Only 15 people now to have ever made the jacket level Hall of Fame. So existing jacket level Hall of Famers in attendance were although I also forgot my jacket. I did remember these people's jackets though, thankfully.
Which is the most important part.
Yeah. You and I, Keith and Perfect Little Sweetie. Was that all the existing?
I think so.
Hall of Fame member, jacket level members.
I think it was just 2 and 2 when we were.
Yeah. And so for anyone that doesn't know, we do a ceremony anytime anyone gets. I love the Hall of Fame ceremony. It's fun.
It is, because everyone gets the importance of it and does treat it seriously, but also has fun with it too.
Yeah, exactly. Because the people, when you get it, it's a big deal. Like the whole thing is a joke,
time,
of course.
but it takes time.
But it is a big deal.
You can
like everyone's proud of getting it, and people are proud of the people that got it. So it is kind of a big deal. Like, it's not easily done.
No,
if it was
there's some
easily
people
done,
that are very into Massenomics and want to be like, are working towards it and haven't got there yet.
Yes. So was Big Paul got his jacket, hit his 15th achievement by coming to the Arnold, and then Big Spicy Pizza hit his 15th by coming to the Arnold, and he got his jacket. So that we welcomed those two members into the Hall of Fame. Will be a very fun. I don't know who's up for jacket level at Lift Hard Live Easy Classic this year, but I bet we're going to have a ton of existing. That's going to be a big lineup back there. It's going to start to get big. I wonder of the 15 current jacket members, how many will be in attendance at the 2026
Got to be
Lift
at
Hard
least
Live
10,
Easy Classic?
right?
I would think at least, yeah. I'd be surprised if it's not even 12 or we get most of them.
Yeah, which is really cool.
So congrats on Big Paul and Big Spicy. Yeah, for making it to their jacket level. They now have the Hall of Fame jacket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody can ever take that away from them either.
It's yours
unless they
forever
steal it or something. Anything else about the Eagle party then?
Yeah, man. Just
the wait staff was good, I thought, right?
Yeah.
They were.
I thought the whole thing was
really
good. I would I would 100% do that event again.
Yes.
Like, it's just exactly the same.
Well, that being said, the Arnold, I guess the question always comes up, what would be our plan for next year? And at this point, I don't even know if we talked about this, but I can't really see us having a booth there again. I just don't know why we would want to do it.
The time commitment is so hard.
Well, did you see they're
switching it to 4 days now.
A day longer. And that's like that alone. I'm like, well, of course we're not doing it then.
Yeah, it's just so much. It's
like we'd have to leave on, what would that even be? We'd leave on like
set
Tuesday?
up on Wednesday, which means we'd have to leave on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just too long.
We'd have to leave Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Which would actually mean I would leave for Monday night to go to
and then also you get home on like Monday. Night. So you would actually be gone 7 days.
Yeah.
It's too much for what that is.
Oh, way too much. Even with the bigger crowd. I am guessing with the crowd that was there this year, our sales would have been larger than the year prior.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be up. I mean, the crowd wasn't up 50%.
No. And even if it was, our sales aren't going to be up 50%, but I bet our sales would have been up 10%.
I think 10% is a safe
10 to
number.
20.
Yeah. To me, I would say 20, 25 would be on the very high end of what would seem possible. It's probably closer to 10.
Even if it's up 20, that doesn't make it worth it to me too much.
We really do just have our own things going on now. I mean, it'd be a totally different story if we get there on a day drive. If it wasn't
right.
If it wasn't 2 days.
Well, we're literally talking about over a calendar week now to do the trip,
which is an enormous time investment when we can do a lot of other stuff now.
I do think it is. I did get the feeling this year, though, that it is, because I could have bet Wayford on this. It is important for us to go to the Arnold, though.
Yeah. Yep. Just
there is just the number of people you get to interact with that you don't get to do any other time of the year if you don't go to the Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a lot of value in that. And there is just something of seeing all the people that come up and say they watch the YouTube channel, they listen to the podcast. That is just, it's like, okay, this is working. Something's going, this is doing what it's supposed
Watch
to here.
The gym tours. I mean, we got that more than almost anything actually was.
Right. So yeah, I think it is important for us to go to the Arnold. I don't think it's important for us to have a booth at the Arnold, though.
I agree.
I feel like we made the right decision this year.
I think so. Oh God. Just looking back on Gym Radar still wouldn't be up. Right? Gym Radar still wouldn't be up yet because just the time commitment of getting all the stuff ready for the Arnold and being gone and all that. Like, it wouldn't have. I mean, we'd probably still be another month out from Gym Radar being ready, actually.
Right. I haven't mentioned this before in this episode, and I'm just realizing we should have mentioned it even earlier, but we do have a drop that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
The week that this comes out, so this should come out on the 15th and 16th. On the 19th of March, we have a new merch drop with kind of 3 pretty big items in it, honestly. We're bringing something back that sold out immediately last time in a new color variation, and then a couple of new tees. One tee, it's all new, actually, I guess, but it's all new, but also all leans on something that it's been done before. So I think if you like any of what we've done in the past, I think you're really going to like what's coming out in this one.
Little mix of restocks and remixes, you could say.
Right. Yeah, remixes is a good way. Actually, like there's some good remixing going on in this drop, I think. Also, if you're a type of person that doesn't like comfort color tees, we got something for you in this one. We've got a tee coming out on the Bella Canvas blank. So if you're one of those people that always says, oh, if you did this on a Bella Canvas blank, now's your time. Order it on the website. You. Yep, this is the one. We'll gauge it. Well, if nobody buys it, I'll be like,
dollars.
Yep, this was you. Speak with your dollars, not with your words. This is your chance. If it doesn't sell,
one person go in and buy 50 of them right off the bat. Really make a point.
Well, then we'll switch all to Bella Canvas if you do that. So do be on the lookout for that drop. Arnold trip home and stuff all went.
Well, there's one thing to note here. We did make a mention of how every time we fly, it's like getting up way too early, or we're just cramming in a bunch of gym tours and then like rushing to the airport. Like it's always a very stressful day. I'm like, man, once we're done filming at the Arnold on Saturday, we just get to go have fun at the Eagle. Then we get to get home whenever we get home. And then we kind of get to sleep in because our flight leaves at like 10. Like this is just, we've never had a day like this. It's going to be perfect. But then we're joking like, oh, there'll be something. Well, for some reason, we'll have to be at the airport like 5 hours early and actually won't get to sleep in. And that kind of did happen because when the flight was at 10, okay, we have no idea what the line's going to be like at the airport, you know? So like, we're like, okay, we're going to get up at 8. We're going to get ready, eat breakfast. We're going to get there an hour early, you know, do the whole thing. So yeah, I think we got up at 8-ish. I mean, it was actually probably even earlier. I think it was like 7:30. But what screwed us here, there's 2 things. Like, well, 7:30, it's not a big deal. 7:30, that anyone can get up at 7:30. Well, the first thing fighting against us is that it's the East Coast time. So 7:30 is actually 6:30 our time. You say, well, 6:30, okay. I mean, maybe that's early, maybe not, but whatever. But then another little thing happened called daylight savings that the night we were at the Eagle. So all of a sudden our get up at 7:30 is now right back to getting up at 5:30 again. And like
damn it, it did happen somehow. There's always a way.
Even when we got to fly out at 10 a.m., we still somehow get up at 5:30 our time.
Yep. Still happened, didn't it?
But in our favor, though, the flight home was as flawless as a flight home could go.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. We landed in Chicago, had that perfect like 35-minute connection where you get off the plane, you pee, you eat food, throw it away, stand up, you walk to your gate and they're boarding. It's like, man, that is just, that is the way to do that.
That is the way to do that.
Other than the guy telling you that you took his seat, Tanner, when, you know, we haven't had that happen for a few flights of the person that doesn't know their ticket. Starting to think maybe people would wise up to that, but then
this guy, we'd already witnessed him raise a big ruckus out at the
about
gate.
How they gave his seat away.
Yeah, and then he came on the plane, walked right up to me, looked right at me, and then he mumbles like semi under his breath, but also very loudly. He goes, "Oh, great! Then there's someone in my seat." And I thought he was talking about the people, like, because I'm real confident I'm in the right seat.
Yeah.
So I just assumed he's talking about the people in the row behind me. Then he goes, "You're in my seat." And I'm like, oh, this guy's talking to me? And I'm like, going to get my phone out to show him my ticket. Basically be like, well, unless they gave us both this ticket, I'm curious if you're going to show me your phone.
And when he's pulling out a paper ticket, you already know he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Exactly. That was my first thing. He starts pulling out his paper ticket, and I'm immediately like, yeah, I know you are incorrect.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, yep, sorry." And he kept walking.
And then went to like the very back of the plane.
And then he goes, "Oh, no, actually, I don't think he said sorry." He goes, "Oh, great, they changed it on me." And I'm like, "Yeah, get out of here."
Yeah. But yeah, we made it home. You were back in Aberdeen by like 5, weren't you?
Yeah, just after 5.
Got to drive home in daylight the whole way. Have you ever done that before?
No, I wasn't even sleeping on the drive home.
Yeah, I was extremely tired.
Yeah. And I guess that's why they call it the Arnold. Finally, we know that's why they call it the Arnold.
After all these years, we figured out why they call it the Arnold.
And next year can be our 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary tour.
If we make it one more time.
Yeah. Wow.
If we live to Arnold, another Arnold.
Maybe next year
I never went to the bathroom once.
I didn't go to the bathroom once at the Arnold either. I didn't even think of that until after we got home. And I consider myself pretty lucky that I didn't have to.
It's not something you want to do. It's something you have to do at times.
Yeah.
And we timed it out right that we never had to.
I'm really curious how next year will go, though, because do you think there'll just be all these people flooding in on a Thursday?
No.
It seems like Thursday would be pretty slow, and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday are just going to be the same as they always are.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder what's the point of the Thursday then?
Well, it's only money driven.
Well, I mean, yes, but it just makes you wonder what attendance is like.
Right.
Because I could see being an exhibitor in Thursday.
But as far as they're concerned, they're probably already got that play. They're essentially paying for that. There's probably not a whole lot of added costs to them.
What I figured, it's probably very minimal. What I figured is that it's actually an easy way for them to have an excuse for charging more for the booth, because you're getting now you're getting 33. You're getting 25% more. You're getting 4 days of booth time, not 3.
But
so
we
really
have to charge accordingly. New customers.
No, I don't think you really do.
Actually, it's a punishment that you're like, oh great, you're telling me I basically have to be there now on a day early. That sucks. Because then I'm like, well, if I'm not there, then I'm not maximizing it, and I'm giving you $10,000, and what am I going to do? Just not show up one of the days that it's open? Yeah, that's insanity. Yeah. All right, enough Arnold.
I think that's the Arnold.
Okay, I did have one sports and books thing.
Yeah,
just wanted to comment that Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in a basketball game.
83.
Second most points ever scored in a professional basketball game. Second to Wilt Chamberlain's 100, and he passed Kobe's 81. By the time this comes out, this is very old news, but just pretty newsworthy.
The stat line for everything was crazy. Like, do you have any of those in front of you?
Well, he shot, I think, 46 free throws.
Oh, it was that many? Okay.
He shot 46 free throws, which is
a lot.
Kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. He shot 22 3-pointers. He plays the 5 position. He shot 22 3-pointers. There's a lot of criticism around what they did. Like at the end of the game, they were ahead by 20 points, and they were like intentionally missing free throws.
Oh, they were actually.
Yeah, they were. Okay. They were doing everything possible to get him the
pad
ball.
Those stats.
But I don't know that that's wrong either.
I mean, people do that for things with stats, though. There's always a thing of people, oh, someone's close to a record, let's help them out here. Like, all teams do that in all sports.
I agree. So the biggest thing, though, is it passed Kobe, and I think that's the problem people have and not that he's not a good player. He's an Olympian.
But he probably wouldn't be in your list of top 10 for who you would pick to break Kobe's record.
No.
Or Kobe's 81, I should say.
He might not be in your top 20.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be most of the time.
Yeah, makes you wonder if that'll start to be a more common thing or not. But
yeah, like even the amount of people scoring 70 points in a game has gone up quite a bit in the last few years.
But didn't he have like 30-some in the first quarter or something like that?
31 in the first quarter. His highest ever scoring game prior to this was like 45 points.
I saw that, yeah. Because I think this game beat out his previous 2 highest scoring games combined.
Right. I also kind of feel like I didn't want Kobe's record to have been broken. And wasn't an enormous Kobe Bryant fan, but it's just kind of there is, we used to be a proper country element built into that.
Right. Yeah, a guy with a little bit more of a legacy too, setting. I mean, what would you consider the modern day record?
It seems like an absolute freaky anomaly that it just is so odd.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you say it's better than his previous two combined, like, yes, it is an absolute anomaly. It wasn't like, oh, he's been knocking on 60 and 70. He just
right,
he just can't get over the hump to break the record. He hasn't even been in the ballpark before.
You're aware that a lot of people question whether Wilt actually scored 100 points or not.
Yeah.
There's no video of the game, and
no one was live streaming it at the time.
Yeah. There was video that existed at that point in time, but there was no video of that game.
Yep. That's why in my limited understanding, it's like, well, Kobe's kind of was the record, I mean, also it is modern day,
Well, that was in 1962.
Right.
Versus
just
like
the game of basketball then versus what was Kobe's, like 2006 or something.
2006.
Yeah.
Like Wilt was actually playing against, the joke is like,
the janitors and
oh,
garbage
Michael
men.
was playing against plumbers and janitors. Well, Wilt Chamberlain might have almost been playing against some, there's definitely some people out there that weren't like what you consider a professional basketball player today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk too much about basketball, but that 83 points is just quite the wild stat.
It actually is crazy.
I don't know what's that equivalent of in football. Would you pass for like 9 touchdowns in a game?
But I don't even know if that's the same because only one player can do that. Where theoretically in basketball, any player could score a record number of points.
Right.
Like that's what also makes it hard to be a direct comparison where, I mean, you could say the number of home runs or something in baseball, but it's like, but baseball's still
in a game.
Baseball's still kind of different in that, you're just limited by the number of times you're going to get to the plate.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to know what the exact comparison to that would be.
Have you been reading any books to compare with it?
I really would love to, but I just have. I mean, yeah, it's getting redundant, but yeah, I've just been the last 2 months have just been awful.
Even my audiobook consumption is very poor right now, so I got to get back on the horse. I mean, it's not a matter of not wanting to.
I know that's the thing. I've been just like, oh man, I'd love to just wind down with a book tonight, but
here's some good sports and here's some book topic. A lot of good sports and books chatter at the Eagle Amongst Crew. Like people are sharing their journey in sports and books.
Got a lot of fans of both.
And both together. Each one is fine on its own, but it's when you pair the duality of sports and books.
That's when it really hits its stride.
It's like
they really balance each other out.
It's the juxtaposition of the sports and the books together that make it such a good segment.
It is.
All right. Do you have another ad to hit us with?
Yes, I do. Mental inventory, strength code.
Did you do build fast formula?
I did build fast. Who am I missing? I'm tired. It's late.
Let's see. You did the strength code. You did build fast formula. Did you do Juggernaut AI?
Oh, there it is. God. Oh.
Or training. I used Juggernaut AI just today.
That was a struggle tonight. This episode is also brought to you by Juggernaut AI. Juggernaut AI is the smartest program for you. Since 2009, Juggernaut has been your trusted training resource, helping tens of thousands of athletes reach their goals. Here is how it works. First, you open up your little phone device. You download the app from whatever app store tickles your fancy. Once you get that app on your phone, you're going to tell the system all about yourself, your lifting experience, your lifting preferences, and your goals. From there, it is going to create a program for you. And then once that program's made, you're going to check in with the app before each training session, after each set, and also at the end of the training session as well. From there, it is going to make adjustments for you to, give you a little more volume, a little more work within the days when you need it. And it'll dial it back on those days that you're not quite feeling up to it either. Juggernaut has been my programming for the last several years now.
It's my programming, and I want it now.
Exactly. I've made some awesome some progress on it, including hitting some all-time PRs. And most importantly, I've had a great time. I've had a lot of fun with it along the way. So if you would like to hop on Juggernaut AI, go to the website, juggernautai.app, and use code Massenomics. You have to go to the website to use the discount code. Code Massenomics, juggernautai.app, saves you 10%. Thank you, Juggernaut AI.
Awesome. Shout out to everyone that we got to meet at the Arnold this year, all the crew members, all the supporting members, everyone that took time to come hang out with us, to say hi, to yell across the floor that they like the home gym tours. That's awesome. It's a big part of what keeps us going. A lot of gym radar talk from people. We appreciate that, as well as we try to keep ramping that up and get it in front of more eyes. Please tell someone about Gym Radar if you haven't already. Watch our Arnold recap video on YouTube. We had a lot of fun recording that, and I think if you watch that, you'll think I need to be in on this action whenever I get the chance, because this looks fun. It is really fun. The drop that comes out this week, drops have been going like crazy for us lately, so it's very possible that this stuff, when it comes out, if you don't buy it the day that it comes out, quite honestly, this isn't just a marketing tactic. It's just kind of with the order quantity we've settled in, and just how much faster, I don't know all the reasons why, but things just sell out fast, like every time we drop something. So be aware of that the day that the drop comes out. If there's something you really want, don't even wait one day. It seems stupid that you wouldn't be able to get away with that, but things do sell out that quickly.
Yeah, sizing goes fast.
We just restocked several things too, including our 8-bit powerlifting flags and 8-bit strongman flags. So I know people had been on the wait list for those. Those are back right now. Several other things restocked recently. Check the website if there's been something we've been missing and you've been wanting it. Check the website. There's a good chance we could have it there now, but once this drop hits this week, there's a good chance some of that stuff will be sold out again, the way it's been going. Anything I missed?
I mean,
Another
there's
wild
probably
rodeo.
something you missed, but I can't remember it all.
Okay. There's too many things to try to remember at this point. Tommy, where do they find you at?
You can find me at Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird, but just please make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics and Gym Radar at Gym Radar HQ.
See you.